Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. Second in 2 days, boys. Second in 2 days. The only West Ham United post-match follow show on the internet. We've just been to the West Ham Southampton games. West Ham 2, Southampton 1. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
What do we do? I don't know what we do.
I don't know.
It's been so long since we won.
What do we do now? We can't drag out a 0-0 draw for an hour. We have to talk about some actual goals. Anyway, yeah, we've just been to the West Ham Southampton game. We'll be discussing everything to that. And don't forget, stick around to the end because we will be announcing a big competition winner of all the prizes we showed the other day. So stick around for that. But let's discuss the game, boys. We won. We won. And I'll tell you what, right, before we start, that's a fantastic win. Yeah. And I mean an absolute brilliant win.
Especially with the injuries and Southampton coming off the back of that 4-0 win against Arsenal.
Because when I watched that back, they absolutely destroyed Arsenal. Yeah. They made them look ridiculous.
Their first goal.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a strike that was.
And, you know, it could have been so different at Upton Park today. We kick off. Let's go through the starting line-up, Scotty. You want to go through the starting line-up?
Jenkinson
come in.
Left back.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. I did not understand that at all.
Strange, isn't
it? He said all last season, all he used his left foot was standing on.
Yeah.
And he put him there, he looked so uncomfortable.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
And I think it affected his game in the end. And I think that's one of the reasons why he swapped him at half time.
Yeah.
Ginger keeping his place, Tompkins staying right back, I think that was all right.
But saying that Jenkinson moving in at right back there, does that show that we need to strengthen there? Because you can't always rely on Chris. Cresswell's been ever present ever since he signed for us, and that's the first game he's missed, isn't it?
We've got Stephen Hendry. And when you see a right back getting in front of you,
he's going to be a kick in the bollocks.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's going to be a kick in the bollocks, but he's only a kid. Jenkinson's at the end of the day, Jenkinson's an England international. He should, if the geezer can't kick with his left foot, then go out and practice because it's his job.
Well, he has used his left foot a lot more this season, but he just didn't look comfortable starting there.
No.
And I think it was the fact of his experience. There's not much age difference between Hendry.
You got to. Do you know what? Do you know where I think it's coming to play? You know what I think his thinking was? Jenkinson's got a lot of pace, and they are very, very fast team. Southampton, the Mane, Long. What's the other geezer? The fast one up front.
As who played, Long was up front on his own. They played
what's Long up front.
No, who's the Tadic, yeah. Very quick players.
Strong on the ball as well.
Yeah, strong and fast, very athletic team, and I think that's why he picked Jenkinson. Is because of his pace. He's very fast, he's very quick at getting back. Maybe that's he has to. At the end of the day, he has to sacrifice something because we ain't got a left back.
No. We have got left back, but an inexperienced left back, and I don't think it would have been the right game to play at left back. If Hendry had games under his belt, fair enough, but he didn't. So I think it was the right call, but Jenkinson didn't look comfortable.
Obiang dropping out. Yeah.
Felt a bit sorry for him.
I thought he was man of the match against Villa.
Yeah, I think he only played against Villa because Song was coming back, and Song was always going to start today. But again,
just the Christmas rest.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved to be dropped.
Too many games over.
I think Noble could have I think Chekiate could have quite easily been dropped.
He played quite well today.
He did have a better game.
They need to start up in their games though, because he's been poor. Obiang playing well, coming in and playing well. We're saying he's not unlucky to start. Apart from today, Kiate hasn't turned up for the last 5-6 games. You know what I mean? It could quite easily have been him stepping out and Obiang keeping his place.
To be fair, it could have been either of them.
But that's
not had the best of games lately.
No, yeah.
If you're picking players on form, like we said, either of them.
But that's why you have a squad. It's 2 games in 3 days. You don't want to overdo it. That's why we have a squad.
Lanzini and Carroll on the bench.
Yeah, that made our bench. If you
stronger than it has been.
Again, take them 2 off that bench. That bench looks so weak. But having them 2 back is a massive thing. The thing I didn't understand with the starting lineup is where he played Alex Song. Because to me, he seemed the further forward of the 3 midfielders.
But he's got that ability to unlock defences, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
But I think he's better doing that from deep. You know,
threading it.
To be fair though, Scott, I think it's just that, like at the minute,
it's whatever we've got. We've got to make do.
We've got to make do with what we've got. Do you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we haven't really got a lot of options. Lanzini probably couldn't start today. He's probably lacking a bit.
Been silly if we did.
Yeah.
Could have been
But we've got players coming back left, right, and centre now. That's two of it's like an extra Christmas, isn't it? When we've got the next three back.
The biggest headache will be when them players are all back fit.
Yeah, but it's a good headache.
Yeah, good.
It's an headache every manager loves that.
Yeah, so let's
go on, mate. No, I was just about to say about Zarate.
We'll talk about Zarate a bit later on. Start the game. West Ham started very well. Really well.
All over them.
You know what I mean? And then disaster strike.
Yeah, they didn't deserve to take the lead, but it was a well-worked goal.
Yeah, well worked.
But I think that's where Southampton are dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think you're on top of Southampton. Arsenal thought it the other day, you know what I mean, at 0-0, and then they just, they open up and that's it, and they make the pitch look so wide, and there's players running left, right, so it must be confusing, because I was getting confused watching it.
When you look back at that goal, it shows, they play, like with us, they play with that single forward, and the work rate of Shane Long makes that goal. He wins the first header, and then gets himself into the next phase of play to put the cross in.
I like the little flick by who was it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a class flick, mate.
That's what I'm saying. It's that phase of play, and that's what we don't have. We don't have that. We'll win the header here, and then the forward's not getting there for the next the second phase after he's won the ball.
You look at it; it's a team goal, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? The players know where they're running. They know what they're doing. They know who they're taking with them.
Of course they do.
And that's where we lack a little bit. We get into that final third, and it seems to be like a bit
static.
That's it.
Yeah. Like nobody knows where to go, how to make the space, where to run.
But you look at it was on the counter attack. Said Long wins the ball. The guy that's out wide pulls Tompkins in, which then the flick on allows Long to go around the outside of Tompkins. Tompkins out of position.
But they knew exactly what they was doing.
That's it. It was a well worked goal. Really, really well worked.
Jenkinson put it in. It wasn't Tadic.
Yeah, it was Jenks.
It looked like Tadic.
It looked like Tadic, yeah, but it was Jenkinson.
It weren't. He could nothing you could do about that.
No. You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've got to be there, otherwise it's a tapping.
Yeah.
Another day. It goes over the bar, or goes around the post, or goes into Adrian's hands. You've got to do that. It's just a good way of the defender. Rather him score an own goal and be fucking 10 yards up the pitch, and the geezer's just tapping it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then after that, it was awful. Noble was fucking poor.
Yeah, Noble was alright. Everyone.
Zarate. We'll talk about Zarate now.
Obiang couldn't pick out a West Ham player.
No one.
Obiang.
Bonner couldn't pick out.
He looked so slow.
Yeah.
At times. I told you he had too much turkey, man. When I was seeing him at Villa chasing that fucking Bakuna back.
They're arguing with each other. People were getting each other's way to play a ball.
Yeah.
Zarate and Collins that was the fastest I see Zarate move to run back and argue with Collins.
Yeah. We'll talk about Zarate in a second, but do you think that's a bit frustration? There was no one hiding. I'm not going to say that. You know what I mean? Like it was except for one,
possibly two, but
maybe two. Yeah, but our main players like Noble, they still wanted the ball. Song wanted the ball. You know what I mean? But it wasn't coming off, and that's a good sign when it's not going right, and they still want to play. You know what I mean? They still think, right, let me get this one right. Give me the ball.
I think in that you saw today the players that when we're in a scrap.
That you want will battle.
Yeah, and you saw the players that want to battle, and you saw the players.
So Zarate's one. Who's the other one? Valencia.
I thought he was poor. I thought Antonio was poor first half. I thought they were our worst three first half.
Yeah.
Valencia come back. His touch is non-existent again. He's gone back to where he was last season, where he can't. His first touch is awful.
It just looked like Zarate would have rather been anywhere but there.
Zarate should be ashamed of himself for being a professional football player and putting in that performance.
Ryan, you got a few things to say about Zarate?
No, I was just saying he was very poor today, and like I said, the fastest I see him move was when he run back to argue with Collins, and Collins was absolutely right to scream and shout at him.
Yeah.
He was just standing, he was walking about. Even Noble had a go at him as well.
Everything he done.
I'm glad they dragged him off half time.
His head was at the looking at the floor. He lost the ball. He just gave up.
No tracking back, and that's the last few weeks.
In yourself. as well.
No, I don't think it is that, Scott. With him, see, he's a good player on his day when things are going right. When the chips are down, I don't think he's someone you want in your side.
No,
he's a Ryan summed it up perfectly last week. He is a luxury player. Yeah. When things are going fucking brilliantly, like at the Emirates, the game plan's working. You know, he's brilliant at doing some things. Like last week, the amount of dead ends he runs into was ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I do like that. Sometimes I do like that because I think at least he's trying to make things happen. But I don't think that's the reason he's doing it. I think it's the reason he's doing it is because he's all about himself. I don't think he's a very much of a team player. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's
when you look back when we said of, you know, when he wasn't starting and things like that, and we said that he has to come in and he has to prove himself each time, and that's why he is a bit over.
He hasn't at the minute.
Now he's not.
Yeah.
He's just showing that he is a bit greedy. You know, and with the players coming back, he ain't going to play. And in my mind, he's right not to play.
Would you move him on?
I'd like to see him stay because he is a good player.
To free up some, to come on, but to free up some wages.
But it's only if you're bringing someone in who's going to start, then fair enough. But if you just bring would you bring in someone else as a backup to him, someone with a better attitude? Because his attitude, I like, you know, we blow hot and cold on Zarate. Even on this show, we blow hot and cold on him. 1 week we think he's the best thing since sliced bread. The next week, today was awful. Today was awful.
Like that's the sign of a stinking attitude. I think. Agree? Yeah. And like when I see things like that, it's when I start to think like, what happens if all these injuries happen again? You know what I mean? Like if they come back and they break down again, and we find ourselves scrapping down the bottom somehow. You know what I mean? And would you want him there? Because I wouldn't.
No, he's not that type of player.
No.
And the thing is, a lot of people were criticising Jenkinson, and Jenkinson's on his own. And there was a point Noble was telling him, have a word with him, and Jenkinson said, "What do you want me to do? If he ain't running back." Jenkins got. If you watch that first half back, the amount of running Alex Song done just to cover Zarate. You know, you don't want your best centre midfielder doing that,
especially when they're not long been back from injury.
You know, you don't want him coming over and covering a lazy player, but that's.
But I've seen you get players like that, lazy players and all that. Like Ginola used to be one, you know what I mean? But he used to bring up the fucking goods every now and then, you know what I mean? But you know, like I can't stand that. I can't stand laziness. At the end of the day, it's their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've been told to do a job. It is their day job that they're paid millions of pounds a year to do. There's no excuse to go out there on a Saturday afternoon, like for an hour and a half, and not do what you're asked to do because you can't be bothered.
The thing is as well, if his performance,
they should be like robots. They should be like army soldiers, where they're fucking told what to do and they do it to the T. And if they don't do it to the T, they're docked wages or something. You know what I mean?
With him, if it ain't going right for him when he's on the ball, if he put in the effort and the work rate and the other aspects, it wouldn't notice.
It
weren't going right for him on the ball, so it was like he's lost the ball. He's like, you know, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? He's walking back,
and then he leaves.
Or he'll see the player go and he'll just take a little jog, you know, make it look like he's running. You don't want players like that.
No.
You want him busting the gut to get back.
If we need to offload people to bring someone in who's a better player and who's going to start, move him on.
Agree?
Yeah. There's no
totally agree.
Yeah, there's no point moving him on if we're not going to bring in someone better. That's how I, you know, because he is a good player to.
Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of him. I'd like to see us keep him. He only had fucking one bad game.
No, it's
one bad half.
I don't think it's the bad game.
The fact of a bad game.
I think it's a stinking attitude.
Yeah, but
I think players a lot. When you see players like that who just can't be arsed, I think that's.
I wouldn't say
that breeds
he can't be arsed. You got to think they played the other day against Aston Villa. Who played full 90 minutes.
He's a footballer.
I know he's a footballer. It's easier for us to say he's a footballer. Well, you know how hard it is to play a full game. You know, and then the Christmas period is tough. And he's been playing.
I'll be honest, mate.
He's been playing every week.
Yeah,
I'm a few stone overweight, right? I used to come over here on a Saturday. Yeah, I'm quite a few stone overweight, right? Just come over here on a Saturday, and I played like double headers, and I know that I know what you're gonna say. It's different, right? But that is their fucking job. Their job.
I know it's their job.
If that was my job, yeah, then I'd be able to play a game every day.
And the thing is, if he had started well and then towards the end sort of faded out and started doing that, then you can say, yeah, it's tiredness from playing the other day.
But he started like it.
You know, he was saying, right, his head went right before the game, or
maybe he didn't get what he wanted for Christmas.
No, but every player can't play to their best ability every single game.
No.
You know what I mean? So
to me,
but it was just his attitude, and I think he got dragged off at half time anyway. So
yeah, but I'm just making the point. Is like, it's not the fact that he had a bad game. If you're having a bad game, fucking make up for it by working.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
that's why he went. That's why he got dragged off.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was lucky to survive till half time.
Yeah.
In the way he was, but. As you said,
this is getting grim. We've actually fucking won.
Yeah,
I know. Let's go into the second half.
But he
the good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff.
We've
got the rest of the first half. They tanked us for the rest of the first half.
Yeah.
They absolutely fucking tanked us, didn't they? They could have had another goal. Sorry, I'm not well. They could have had another goal at least, at least another one. But then the half-time whistle come. I thought we was lucky to survive 1-0.
I think it was a blessing that we went in 1-0 down.
Yeah.
If we'd have gone in 0-0, them subs wouldn't have happened at half time. Bilic wouldn't have made them two subs, bringing on Lanzini and Carroll. Without them, we'd never have done it. So it was a blessing.
So the half-time whistle comes. A few boos around.
A lot of boos.
So see a few boos around, yeah. Boos around.
Should have heard what the crowd was saying.
Yeah, so they made him aware that they was unhappy. All due respect to him, fucking 2 changes, not 1. Because I wasn't expecting Zarate to come out second half, but I wasn't expecting Song to come off.
No,
I wasn't expecting him to come off at all.
That surprised me with Song.
And that's 2 positive substitutions, and I like that. You know what I mean? The Magic Boy comes on, and Andy Carroll, and then we look like a different team.
Lanzini coming on just give the place a boost.
It was like a Rocky film, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? It was like you're down and out, and then you come back. And I was expecting Eye of the Tiger to come on or something, because it was just like we was just fucking zipping the ball around,
we
moving.
That was the other thing. In that first movement was so big.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's why I said in one of the fan cams, Lanzini just made so much difference. And if we would have had him for Villa and Swansea, we'd have had another 6 points on that table, without a doubt.
He gives an option to the player on the ball.
You see him. He was running around. He wanted the ball. He was making space. He was just doing everything that they should have been doing in the first. He was doing everything Zarate should have been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And even Andy Carroll, to be bless his haircut, but to be fair to him, he was running around as well and chasing down. He
worked well when he came on.
He was doing what Valencia should have been doing.
But I like that because I think he this week thought, fuck, I got a point to prove, because as soon as them injury, you know what people are like with him. As soon as he sort of gets a knock, then oh my god, that's it. What a waste of money. You know what I mean? It only takes him, to miss a game, and people are fucking shouting and hollering.
He looks a lot leaner, doesn't he? He's a lot faster.
He looks fit.
He's a lot faster.
Looks ready.
Yeah. As we said, I think that
Euros. Do you think that's his aim?
I don't know.
He won't get into them.
You never know.
There's got to be a couple of injuries. There've got to be a couple of injuries to sort of like
for me.
Kane and
pretty much put it,
wants to give himself the best chance.
If he goes to Euros, it's going to be as an impact sub.
Oh yeah, he'd never be a starter.
He's not a starter for England. It shouldn't even be a start for West Ham, let alone England.
He'll never, but as I said, he come on, he done a lot better than he has done in his last few games before he got injured. But it's just worrying. Is he just an impact sub for us now?
I think he's done enough in and a half for me to say no. He's once all the players are back, especially with Sacco out.
Yeah.
When Lanzini's out and back, and Payet's key for him. I think he hasn't played a lot with Payet.
No.
He only had a few games with him, and he scored in one, and he probably had another 2 or 3 with him. And I think you could see the sort of makings of a good partnership there. Some of the balls that Payet was putting in against who was it? Chelsea, yeah, were delicious. They were absolutely fucking outstanding.
I think that was why Jenkinson got switched to the right as well.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Well, that's what I was just about to say as well. It shows you how versatile Tompkins is, because he's a natural centre back. He's played right back, and he was comfortable at left back as well in that second half. I thought he played really well.
He did.
Good old boy.
It's good to see.
Of course it is. He's another option now. We know he's another option to go at left back if we ever need him.
Especially when we were looking next season, we haven't. If Jenkinson don't sign, we haven't got him.
I can't see Jenkinson signing now. We'll talk about that a bit later, but I can't see him signing now. I don't think he's putting after good performances that he did last year. I think he's looked shaky at times. I don't think.
He doesn't
even if
he always looks
he looked naked today. He don't look like he's got any confidence either.
No, I think he's a bit of a confidence player as well. On these performances, he's definitely not going to make it at Arsenal, and I don't think West Ham will want him.
So I mean, after last season, I was like, oh yeah, if we can get him, it'll be a good thing for us. But
I suppose that's the.
But also, we play a different way now. And in the way we played under Allardyce, he had to bomb forward. And to be fair, like a lot of fullbacks now, he looks better going forward than he does defensively.
I know Allardyce was a defender.
Yeah.
I know he was a defender, but Bilic was a defender recently.
Yeah.
Like it within the last 10, 20 years, whatever. And Allardyce goes back 30, 40 years or whatever it is, So, I think with Bilic, I just think he likes his defenders to defend.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Closing the title.
Yeah, like I've always. I mean, in modern football these days, you know what I mean. When they say about some of the world's greatest defenders, they say, he's brilliant going forward. He's not so great at defending, but he can bomb forward. Well, I don't want him.
He's not a defender.
Yeah, he's not a defender. No, he's not a good defender.
Because the thing is, like I remember Ashley Cole doing an interview once.
Ashley Cole was the best in the world in his day.
That's what he said. He turned around and come out, and he said, "Defending's one of my weakest parts of the game." And he's a defender.
But he was good at that.
But he improved.
Yeah.
But even he, as a defender, said defending's because that's the modern day fullback.
Yeah.
Is more overlapping.
I think Bilic looks a bit more traditional in the fact that he wants his first and foremost the attribute has to be you have to defend, and then worry about getting forward after.
That's what you got your midfielders for.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, second half. Come out, we're fucking making movements. All of a sudden, I think one of the most bizarre goals I've ever seen at Upton Park go in, and it comes off of it reminded me, do you know, see Carlton Cole's goal the other week for Celtic? Yeah. It wasn't that calamity, but it was similar because it's like
4 different body parts for it when
it was like it was like he's burst into the box at town there. Now I can't see, and I haven't seen in the replay. It hasn't been conclusive whether he got fouled.
No,
right?
He didn't.
I thought he tripped over as well. Yeah. So he's bobbing forward, and he's like sort of tripped over his own feet, rolled over. Someone's gone to whack it. It's hit his head. Somehow from that far, he's smashed it at him. He's looped over the goalkeeper. How did it get up and down like that in that short distance? It's bizarre.
So I was watching it, right, and I'm there with my brother. And he first jumped up for a penalty, and I've turned to him and gone, he tripped over his own feet. And next to him, the ball's in the back of the net. I had to get on the phone and ring me up, like, what happened?
It was bad, wasn't it? It was a crazy goal.
He deserved it though. He played really well second half, Antonio. I mean, we was critical of him.
Well, the thing is, right? We was critical of him yesterday. We said, never going to make it. Got all the tools, ain't got the brain. He got that lucky goal, yeah.
And he was different.
And he was just different. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's the confidence. I mean, maybe the adrenaline of it. You know what I mean? Like, I've got my first goal in the Premier League, and all of a sudden, bang! Something switched in him like that.
He was taking people on. He was non-stop. Yeah, he wasn't even afraid to take people on.
That goal. He just, like you said, it changed him completely, and he was doing what you want the winger to do when you're playing up top.
He looked like an old-fashioned winger, and we hadn't had one of them for a while. Someone that can get the ball down and actually take people on, go past them.
And if you look at that second goal, the ball that gets put in, that's where you want. When you've got one up top, that's where you want the winger coming in at the back.
The thing is, right? We'll talk about the second goal in a minute. No, we'll talk about the second goal now. Let's talk about it now. That ball come in, I don't think I've seen a player like that gamble on the back post this season or 5, 6.
Very unlucky, wasn't he?
Very unlucky not to score. I mean, he's at the underside of it. Reminded me a bit of Moses when he went through on his debut, you know what I mean? But like, you can't underestimate that run that he made, because he's he's proper gambled there because he got a deflection as well. It wasn't just a straight ball and he had his eyes on it, you know. That ball was going across and he kept on going thinking this might get nicked off of someone, and it did. And as you say, right, so unlucky not to put it away. If he'd have got a double today, I think I would have fucking spurted everywhere because
happy ending.
Yeah, but you know, he hit the bar. Who was there to put it in?
Big Andy.
Pleased for him, mate. He needed that as well. He's had some stick over the last few, ever since that Watford thing.
Yeah, the thing is, in the games since then, we've seen him play. He's worked hard and looked.
But I don't think, you know, as you say, he's not someone that's going to bring. You know, he's not going to take on 4 players, 5 players and smash it from the edge of the box. Like, he's not like an Harry Kane sort of player, you know what I mean? Harry Kane can do that. He can make his own space, make his own chances. He can't really do that, but for what he does, and that's being a target man and someone to hit, we haven't hit him. No. Like, I think the criticism's a bit unfair because he's playing an unnatural game. We haven't had the play, and I'm not saying it's our fault that we haven't hit him. Like we've discussed that there was times when we could have got the ball in early, but we just haven't had the personnel to play his game. And I think Antonio, could be what we wanted Matt Jarvis to be. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
Like seeing him that second half, like if he's got that confidence in him where he can take players on, that's what I wanted Jarvis to do. That's what I was screaming at him for 3 years to do. Get the ball, take someone on and get the ball in. And that's what Antonio was doing today. You know what I mean? And he's a natural winger. When Moses comes back, maybe he'll start doing that. And I think we might be able to see the best of Andy Carroll over the next couple of months.
I think he's going to be very crucial for us in the second half of the season. Getting winners like he did today. Like he done it against Chelsea.
Twice he's done it.
He's a good player to bring on for them sort of.
I think, like I say, in the previous games, I think he played well enough to bag a goal.
I think it's, unless we bring someone in January, I think he's with Sacco being out, he's probably going to be our main man, isn't he? So when you've got Payet back, it'd be good to see him, like you said, it'd be good to see them all play together.
Valencia maybe playing on where Antonio plays.
Yeah, you've got options. You've got Moses, Valencia,
Payet and Lanzini have been playing there, haven't they?
Yeah,
recently.
So it's good headache to have.
I just find the more chances we create, the more we can get on the end of. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. And it's being that eye up the pitch to make the chances for him. You know, as we said in previous, a lot of the time we're so far deep when Carroll started that we can't get up and support him. We can't get up and help him. You know, we expect he ain't going to do it on his own. He ain't a Sacco that's going to run into space and run at defenders.
It's Carroll sort of, he's good hold up playing that. His bread and butter is ball whipped in. He's attacking.
He needs to be in the box. That's all he's down to. He just needs to be in that box.
If we look at it right, Carroll's today,
I think we've
missed from 6 yards out.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, but to be fair to him, he was spinning around. He was on his weak foot. He's caught it perfect.
It's too clean. Right,
it was 5 yards.
Then he should have had a penalty. Right. Yeah. Gets fouled inside the 6 yard box. Should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Right.
How did he give the free kick the other way? what was he looking at?
Didn't Alino have his flag up though? Was he offside?
No, he wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was a foul.
Because I thought that with the shot he put over the bar, Tompkins was offside, but he weren't. And then the goal, and it's again the phase of play is up and in and around him. You know, he's putting ball the penalty shot.
I think what he does so well. If you remember when he first signed, and Nolan was in his pomp for us, when he was in his rich vein of form. The thing about him is when you're playing the balls into him, he calls, and he's there in that box. He just causes so much panic. People panic around him, and it creates so much space around the box. You know what I mean? And anything dropping in that box, you know, there's got to be someone there sweeping it up. Payet will be that. Lanzini will be that.
Well, you're putting the centre backs are thinking straight away. We got to get on Carroll. The two centre halves, we got to get on Carroll, and then there's got to be another
his debut for us. I can't remember who it was against now, but I remember he just causing something. I think it might have been Arsenal, mightn't it?
No, it wasn't one. Vidic running against Man U, he terrorised him. It was 2-2.
No, that wasn't his debut.
No, his debut was Fulham.
Fulham, yeah. and he just caused so many problems in the defence.
And he went off after about 30 minutes.
But for the first
two goals,
he was just
Matt Taylor, wasn't it?
Just always just causing trouble because nobody wanted to take their eyes off of him, and he's lost a bit of that presence at the minute, but. Because we haven't got them players sweeping in. No. Once we've got them players sweeping in, they'll just be so worried about it.
Yeah, he'll get it back. I'm confident. I hope we don't get rid of him in January.
I think we'll be silly to sell him in January. I don't. Especially to another Premiership club, because he's only going to go and do what he can do.
David Sullivan done an interview last night on Sky Sports, and he said about Andy Carroll, he said the only place he'll probably ever go to is Newcastle. Yeah. He won't play for another club. He's happy here. He's settled here. Yeah,
exactly.
I'll tell you saying that he will never play for Sunderland.
No.
All this Sunderland nonsense been going on about Sam wants him at Sunderland. He will never sign for Sunderland. For one, they wouldn't have him.
The crowd wouldn't accept him.
No, the crowd would. That's what I'm saying. The crowd wouldn't accept him. Sam would fucking base his turkey over it. You know what I mean? But the crowd wouldn't accept him. He's Geordie through and through. And even today, he posts things on Instagram about being a tomb boy, about being I think he posted a picture of his baby one day watching the football, laughing at the Mackhams and all that. They will never accept him now. They will never accept, and he would not want to go there. Like it would be like, and he's too Newcastle to, you know what I mean? He's too involved in the Newcastle crowd and his family or Newcastle to ever go there. I bet he'd rather go and drop in the League 2 than play there. I honestly do.
Yeah. I think,
especially a Sunderland that are going down. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not gonna go there ever. You know what I mean? And as Sullivan said last night, he's got a family here now. You know what I mean? He's settled here. He's bought a house here. He's got a girlfriend from here. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of places. I can't think of a London club that would take him.
I think the only club he will go to will be Newcastle.
Wouldn't it be Newcastle? Yeah, if he wanted to go
I can't really see his bird being happy with being upheaved all the way up there.
What do you know, do you?
No, I'm just saying. She's an Essex
girl. She might be absolutely loving it. It's a good night out at Newcastle.
Not being a sugar up.
But she's got businesses down here, hasn't she? So
she might want to expand.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Do you know what I mean?
I can't see it.
It was a great win, massive win, wasn't it?
Do you know what? That is a fabulous win. Yeah. That's not just a great win. That's a fabulous win. The way, as we said at the beginning, the way they destroyed Arsenal, I was fearing a little bit, but once, as we've been saying over the last few weeks, these draws that we haven't lost now in so long.
That result today made them draws worthwhile.
Yeah,
because it showed having two key players back. That these draws get turned into.
Yeah. And we've got Payet to come back hopefully against Liverpool. Probably be on the bench. That'd get the crowd going as well. Knowing him on the bench, they'll all be singing the song. As soon as he comes on, he's going to lift.
Exactly.
It's
again. Nice to see us come from behind and win as well.
Yeah, that was another good thing as well. That's one thing we have. I don't think we've come from behind.
We've drawn, haven't we?
We've drawn. 0-0s. 1-0 against Villa. This is the first time, and it shows a bit of resolve as well. You know what I mean? A bit of grit. We needed a gritty win.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think we've been crying out for that all season.
Like Antonio's goal. I didn't care how it went in. No, we just needed that bit of luck.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then it lifts the place, doesn't it?
Yeah, well it did. It was totally different. Totally different second half. Just seeing Lanzini come on was totally different. The whole place, because people knew something was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the light at the end of the tunnel, isn't it?
That's
Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Going to Swansea drawing 0-0, going to Villa 1-0. Coming back playing at home against the Southampton side, who were riding on that result, going 1-0 up, and then just turning it around in the second half.
It proves everyone right, doesn't it?
It just makes everything we've done in the past 6 games, worthwhile.
Because do you know what? Not negative. I'm not negative. I'm not a negative person about West Ham, but I was starting to get a bit worried about when the players come back, because we've all used that excuse now for so long. It'd be fine. It'd be fine when they come out. I was thinking, it ain't.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I only start worrying if we ain't winning when they're all back.
Yeah, but it started to creep into my mind a bit. What happens if it ain't alright? What happens if they don't come back the same? What happens if they come back and they're like a shadow of what they was playing? Especially Lanzini. I think Payet's got that in him anyway.
The other worrying thing is, for me, is going into January, if we don't strengthen in January, is what happens if these injuries happen again.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
That's
but
the one
you can't
think like that.
No,
you can't think like that.
Keep going on like that. But
you just got
injury.
But the thing is, but the thing is, you've just got to get on with it.
Of course you have.
Well, like we have.
And we have. You know what I mean? We have got on with it. I think, like, to be fair, like, I've seen people on social media, idiots, asking for him to be sacked.
You can't do that.
We've lost 4 games all season.
You want managers.
Well, look at that stat that I just read before. We've won 5 games at home in 2015.
Yeah.
And 3 of them have been this season.
Exactly.
So,
how can you can't say that.
When we won at City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Village, everyone loved him. So to go through this sticky fashion, people want him out.
Some people,
stupid.
I think it's Twitter though.
The thing is, you're going to get it, and you get people don't like people. People look for excuses. People look for someone to blame, but you can't.
It's just football.
Exactly.
That's football. That's why we love the game.
Brilliant. 3 points. 3 points.
If we had lost every game up until today, then you can understand people calling for him to go, but we haven't. So,
much needed 3 points.
Yeah.
And I'll hold my hands up as well, because me and him done a video at the beginning saying don't fancy him. It's
not like I didn't fancy him. It was just I thought, and David Sullivan even admitted how close he was to getting Rafa, and he went after Jurgen Klopp as well. But at that time, they were big. They are big names, but we didn't know what Billy's.
I don't rate Klopp. I don't rate him.
I do rate him.
You got to give him time to do.
I'll give him time. I'll give him time, but I'm like. Secretly, because we'll talk about Liverpool in a minute, so it sort of ties into what we're talking about. Klopp with Liverpool. There's a stat today that they've played the same amount of games now in them and Rodgers, and he's got a worse record or something. Yeah. But I understand what you said about not his team. He hasn't had any influence on the team. Whatever. Hold on.
Yeah, no, go on. I'm going to tell you why him and Rodgers. You got to think when Rodgers took over Liverpool, he had
wasn't his team, yeah,
and he had Suarez. And that's the difference.
Well, no. Why's his eyes getting wider? He's scary, man.
But that's the difference.
It's dangerous, face.
He hasn't got that. He hasn't got. You know, you saw
Sturridge as well that was banging.
Yeah, you know, and that's the key for when Rodgers come in. He had them players. Klopp's not got that.
Yeah, but the thing about what I say about Klopp, and I've always said this, and if you look back at our videos when his name was being bandied about us, I've always maintained this. I think he's a character, don't get me wrong, but the fact that, Borussia Dortmund, think about his Borussia Dortmund side. Now, I don't know his signings and whatever, but you had like Shinji Kagawa in his, when he was playing really well. Lewandowski when he was playing at this well. Marco Reus. What's the other kid went to there?
I can't think of his name.
Ain't got a clue.
But all these sort of superstars. Yeah. Playing for and they got to Champions League final. They got to one. As soon as he lost like Reus. You got like centre backs like Hummels, like one of the best in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he lost Reus. They was in danger this time last year, going down.
Yeah, and then he turned it around and got them up in the top
final, I think.
2 or 3, didn't he? The thing is, you got to think if any look at Southampton.
No, I'm sorry, not any team, because the German league consists of about 3 teams.
Yeah, but you're the players he lost.
I don't care. If you are Borussia Dortmund, if Man United went out and lost Rooney, so, I wouldn't expect it to be battling against relegation. Chelsea is a different kettle of fish. Chelsea just haven't played well. They ain't even lost anyone. Yeah, Chelsea have just imploded in their self. Yeah, and the manager's got the bullet for it. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund are still Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, if you lose Reus, Lewandowski or whatever, you would expect Borussia Dortmund to have people to go in there. The same way like Arsenal keep on losing like Alexis, Coquelin, they haven't lost Ozil yet. Welbeck, they haven't had Welbeck all year. They're still at the top of the league. That's good management because he's got people to come in. I don't care. Borussia Dortmund, I would not ever see, and you won't, right? Arsenal will never ever be down at the bottom of the league. Yeah.
Arsenal they've got that core of that amount of players to cover if they get.
So why hasn't he got the players then?
Because Dortmund wasn't that type of side.
Dortmund nearly went bankrupt.
Yeah, Dortmund weren't a massive club.
Dortmund are a huge club.
Yeah, they are, but they didn't have the finances. They didn't have the.
They got bailed out.
Exactly, that's the thing. He come in and he done a good job. And there was, when they won the Bundesliga, it come from nowhere. It weren't expected for them to finish where they finished. He done a good job there.
Lucky.
Borussia Dortmund fan TV.
No, I'm just saying, it's irrelevant to I don't think I think he's a bit of a myth, the geezer.
I think Klopp would have been as big as gamble was taking in Bilic.
Yeah, of course, any man, Rafa would have been a thing, but I'm glad we've got Bilic. He's doing a good job.
And any change in personnel is
the easiest way. Look at Leicester. Right, they brought in Ranieri, and everyone at the start of the season said it was a massive gamble bringing in Ranieri. It works. Sometimes it don't.
All right, let's go on to the Liverpool game then. We've got Liverpool up next. Not in the greatest of form.
No,
they don't play till Wednesday, but very patchy form.
Early kick-off.
Thank God.
It's better than one of these, isn't it?
Are you confident? I am.
Yeah, I was confident playing
Especially
Liverpool before today's result as well. I don't think Liverpool were that much better than us.
They do shoot a few goals as well.
With players like Lanzini coming back, Payet might be on the bench, Carroll back. Yeah, we can go at them. I think we can beat them. I think we'll beat them 2-0.
It's going to be a tough game. It will be a tough game.
Yeah, of course it's going to be a tough game.
Again,
I thought it was going to be a tough game at Anfield though, because we absolutely fucking rolled them to pieces.
And the thing is, it's that, let's say, we've got the players coming back, people are going to be boosted, and everyone raises their game. It's Liverpool. As much as they're not having the best of seasons, it's Liverpool. It's one of them clubs with that massive history. Everyone wants to play against them. And you look how we've performed against these so-called bigger teams this season. Everyone's raised their game. So I think we can nick it.
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah. And what I would do if I was them, I'd make the cunts park at Canning Town and walk up. Yeah. After what they was fucking telling lies about like a couple of years ago.
Yeah. We'll turn the eating up in the dressing room as well.
Turn it up. I'd light a fire in the corner. Yeah. Fucking pricks. Anyway, yeah, onto that. Let's go. You've picked we had a competition.
Yeah.
That we've been running for the last week.
Yeah, it's over a week.
Yeah, 2 weeks, isn't it? Swansea?
No, I don't think it was. No, it's about 8 days. I think.
Pint.
20th, Swansea.
Yeah, week and a half.
Yeah, not a week and a half. It's 8 days ago. It's a week.
Week and a half.
We had a competition.
Yeah, anyway, we had a competition.
Jesus Christ! We
had loads of prizes. I'll go through it. I've got them all here. Yeah. I actually remember the jackets today.
While I'm doing that, I shall go and get the name of the winner we had written down.
Can you stop shouting?
Oh, hang on, it's alright for you to get up and every show and go to piss, but I have to go and get something written down and then you're having a go at me.
Post-match Stevens dropped.
I'll get your fucking winner. I bought the jackets this time, so the competition prizes were these. It was this jacket. I like that. Rhymes. You got that one, yeah?
Yeah, I've got that.
Not on.
No, that's why I checked. Do we 12 this one?
Is it yours?
It probably is. You get out of my car.
No, this is the 75 jacket, the baseball jacket.
I like that. Hammers.
Yeah.
I like that.
The
bench jacket.
Bench jacket. Brand new, look, tags are still on.
We needed a model for this, really, didn't we?
Yeah, still got a model, yeah. Bench jacket. Summer training top.
Very nice.
Very nice. Tag still on, look. Home top.
Long sleeve.
Long sleeve.
With Hawkins on the back.
Post-match fired on the back. Long sleeve. Packet of beers.
And a glass.
And a glass. Ooh. Ribman voucher.
Yeah. 2 of our t-shirts.
2 of our t-shirts. Any 2. We'll be releasing the images tonight.
Covered toy.
Yeah. Just give them you fat dog.
Cheeky bastard.
So all of that was one winner. Don't forget we've got to put on 2 t-shirts at the top. So who's the winner? Maury Collier.
It is Josh Mann.
Josh Mann.
Yes.
At Josh Mann 16. So there's a Twitter one, was it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at Josh Mann 16. Well done, mate. Well done. All of them prizes. We'll be in contact with you to get your address, and we're going to be sending all that beautiful stuff. That's a lovely little Christmas for someone, really, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
That's more than I've got, to be quite honest.
More than what I got. Wish I had one of them jackets.
Huh?
Maybe you weren't a good boy this year. So.
Yeah, obviously.
So that's all that gear. It's coming to you, Josh Mann. Well done, mate. Congratulations on winning the prize. Oh, I've got something in your eye. Well, yeah, anyway. That's it from us for this edition of Post-Match Pint. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, www.westhamfan.tv. The store is going to be
up soon.
Soon. We're going to get them on Facebook, I think. I'm going to get a store on Facebook.
The store will be up soon.
It's not soon enough. You said Boxing Day.
The store will be up soon. I said should be Boxing Day.
You said before the end of the year. We're 3 days away.
Exactly, so don't worry, it'll be up soon.
You'll be able to buy all our t-shirts on our store that is going to be up within the next 3 days, because it ain't. I'm going to start kicking people's asses. Join us again back here again for the Liverpool game. And that's about it, isn't it?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah. No, when's Liverpool?
Second, wasn't it?
Happy New Year. Anyway, end it in the usual way.
Yep.
Come on, you ones.